Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Next Play Investor Show. Here at Next Play, we discuss the category of investing such as real estate, stocks, business, and insurance, infinite banking, and everything else that allows us to be able to create wealth and be able to gain ways to be able to take care of our family and the legacy that we leave behind. We're here live every Sunday from 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m., so take your time to subscribe, like, share with anybody that you think may be interested and just want to sit down and actually learn and listen. We also try to practice group economics, so we definitely want to, if you hear about your business or any venture that you have going on, talk about it, spread your name and everything else to the world. Our replays are available on Instagram at Next Play Investors. You can catch us on Facebook at Next Play Investors. And, we're here every Sunday, so we want to make sure you like and share. And also, you can donate at Next Play Group if you feel like you want to support the channel. Let's go figure out what everybody else is doing and see how everything is going for the day. Figure out what we can do to kind of get everything going and see what's going on. I mean, everybody's already up and ready and time to go check out the people. What's going on, man? We live. We live and in charge. How y'all doing, man?
Fantastic.
Oh man, meet the banker. Tell me about that. Man, the week started. Tell me about meet the banker. What's that about? I gotta get you going. I want to know what's going on. What's meet the banker about?
Meet the banker. Meet the banker. Meet the banker. Infinite banking. If you don't know, you
Now
might
you know.
I'm about to learn y'all. I'm about to learn y'all about some infinite banking. But Next Play learned about infinite banking 6 or 7 months ago, and I got with someone who does infinite banking. And basically, what infinite banking is a way you use life insurance policies to create your own bank. Meaning
Okay.
you borrow from yourself, you pay yourself back, it stays within the family from generation to generation. And it's been around for a long time. I got this book here. I'm going to pull it down real quick and put it up front. This is one of the books that I read that taught me about infinite banking.
What would the Rockefellers do?
Right with the rock, not Jay-Z and
real Rockefeller.
Where they got their name from.
The OGs.
Yeah, Dame Dash. And this is the other one. Becoming Your Own Banker. This is a very easy read, really small. Unlock the infinite banking concept. And it was by Nelson Nash. And the gentleman that did my infinite banking policies for my family is a member of the Nelson Nash Institute. And I hooked up with him. He got my kids' policies done, and I'm going to be doing mine later on this year. So felt good about it, generational wealth. So meet the banker. That's the whole.
Meet the banker. Okay.
That's real talk. That's real talk. We really got that thing going. So once I got that done, as a reward, I had this shirt made. So
okay.
That's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. What's going on with y'all?
Hey man, same old man. Just trying to get a feel for the hot shot situation and the stuff like that, man. Just trying to, get more familiarized with that. That's all. It's going
a
learning curve. I put it like that.
It's a learning curve.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Trucking business is definitely a learning curve.
Okay.
It's a beast of it by itself.
Yeah, just the expense behind it.
Yeah.
Keeping that truck running is a major.
It's more than you think. Everybody think that when they look at the drivers and that you hear the stories about how much money they make and all this, but when you really look at what goes into it, you be like, I didn't realize what all pay for this, pay for that, and there's so much paperwork. It's got to be signed, sealed, delivered. You know what I'm saying? That's
right. in order to get paid.
Just in order to get paid. Yep.
Everything has to be right.
Everything.
But it's
Yeah.
a
But
great.
the method madness though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a method to the madness.
You know, and right now it's trucking is right now it's a good business to be in.
Yeah.
Very good business.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be even better. It's gonna be even better for the next couple of months. I mean, you got to realize when we talking about it, the truck is the only way to get the economy back going. When you look at all the containers, that are out there, the truckers are going to be the ones that are going to be able to set their rate. There's going to be so much stuff that's actually out there coming off those trucks need to be moved from warehouses, freight, delivery service, and everything. The truckers going to be able to set their rate.
Yeah, but believe it or not, the trucking industry is sort of like the stock market because the way the rate goes up and down, depending on supply and demand, the freight rate goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down,
and it moves quick, real quick. It moves quick. I see it. I'm finding that out now. It moves quick, real.
Yeah.
If you ain't there, you lost it. It's gone.
Yeah. Yep. That's right. That's right.
Well, that's a good thing to know. I mean, I think a lot of people don't really realize that trucking and all that stuff, it takes a whole lot of time and a lot of effort to kind of get going and do everything real quick.
Yeah. But all in all, it's a good business. Just like anything else, you gotta put your all into it in order for it to be successful. That's with anything you do, whether it's AV, windows or doors, real estate,
Stocks.
What
So
you're willing to put
cryptocurrency.
into it is what you're gonna get out of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever you're willing to put into it.
That's right.
Yeah,
Well,
that's it.
I know I was speaking with a friend earlier.
1 second.
And we were talking, and he touched on some stocks, and he started talking about, he do this, he do that, and I was like, and I was like, well, how seriously? I wanted to know really how serious was he taking though? Did he just honestly think that him just investing in some stocks here, a little bit of stocks here and there, that he thought he was going to make money in it, But that's some of the mindset. Some of these people come in here thinking that hey, I can get this app, I can get this little app, Robinhood app or Cash app, and I can bet on this. I can get this one stock.
Oh
that's
yeah,
gonna make millions, man. I'm like, and don't get me wrong. Before we started going into this, and I started learning more and more, I understand the odds of that happening is less than 1%, bro. Less. And I used to think that, all the professional traders and stuff, that they were just hating and that I knew something they didn't. Bro, you don't know nothing they don't know.
Yep.
You don't.
That's
you
right.
don't know nothing they don't know. It's just what I'm finding out, everybody has their own methods, their own ways, but it's all still gonna come back to the base, still the same fundamentals. If that company ain't solid, it's not performing, it's gonna be the same outcome. This is how they know. They already algorithm it up, whatever you want to call it. They done figured all this stuff out, bro.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It all comes back to the same old. Yep. What did you buy?
Yeah, so
hey, what did you spend your hard-earned money on? Right there.
Kraft. I bought Kraft this week, bro.
Man.
And I was looking at Intel again. Intel is back down to like 50. I'm trying to wait and see if it do a little more pullback because it's catching a little slack. And I'm thinking about maybe if it hits 40, like 48, 89 or something like that, I may jump on it again.
Yeah.
I'm waiting. We'll see.
I know me personally, I got them in a bracket right now.
Intel.
Because we both have had Intel at least for about 3 months,
Yeah.
at least that long,
Yeah.
holding it, and I got mine in the bracket. Only reason why is because when you're dealing with the chip sector and the intelligence sector, the software and all that, they always gotta. It's a company that always has to change or innovate in order to keep up. So they got
Yep.
money all the time just to keep up. And
Yep.
from 90 days ago until now, my vision of Intel has kind of shifted because of that factor. They got the demand of them keeping up, staying on the edge of the latest technology. It costs a lot of money, which affects their balance sheet.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of shifted. So I got in a
But
bracket trade to where if it drops X amount of dollars, it's going to cash me out. Or if it goes up X amount of dollars, it's going to cash me out. And that's the thing with these trades, you guys, you can automate them to do whatever you want them to do. You don't have to sit there and watch the board all day. You can just
yeah,
use technology and automation. What were
Yeah.
you about to say?
I'm waiting for that for Intel to do that pullback because of what's going on with it. But
Mhm.
like you said, the innovation part,
Right.
I think that they're ahead of it, but they're catching slack from the U.S. investors. Believe it or not, those are the ones that's really trying to pull back and say, "Hey, you're going the wrong direction, whatever." But Intel is building this big warehouse, so they're dumping a whole lot of money into this warehouse to make, their chip production here in the U.S. They're on the right track, but the investors, the U.S. investors, they don't want to wait on their money like 3 and 4 years down the road. They want to see the returns now. Which all the other chip companies, Qualcomm, all that stuff, they're outside the country.
Okay.
Which would put you back into the same situation if the chip production company went down like it is now. And Intel has that intel pretty much. They're saying, hey, this is the solution. It's just going to take time for us to build it back up.
Well,
But the investors don't wait. That's the pullback right now that they're getting those stocks.
so I'm gonna say this right here, and we try not to get political on here, but do you think that all manufacturing, after all this going on now, do y'all think that manufacturing will come back to America now? Because this whole fiasco with these ships, the supply shortages, it's only a messing with America's kind of economy. UK and all
Yeah.
these other places are actually getting their products. America is the only one
Well,
that's backed up.
do I think manufacturing will come back to the United States?
Mm-hmm.
Um, not. No, I don't. Honestly, I don't. It's because I think it's just a
But
financial,
but
economic
just like you
standpoint.
said, Intel is building chip. They're building manufacturing centers here
Hmm.
to do chips.
But other companies, they regard the United States labor force too high.
Right.
No, the profit margin for a company to survive, what they're saying to survive is not, it's not marketable to them. That's why they go outside of the United States, or that's why they have products build it outside the United States, pay the tariff or whatever it is to have it shipped back in. That's what they do.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We were just talking about those tariffs earlier,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
about the tariffs that were placed on those other countries on their product. And
Yeah, that's crazy the
well,
way it's set up.
but you had the tariffs. It's all political, but they were put in place to.
Help. I
Yeah.
mean, once you break down the numbers and you
Hmm.
start really understanding, the tariffs would have make things even. Do you know
Hmm.
that $1 equals 6 won, Chinese won? It's actually a little bit over 6.6 won. So for every American dollar they get, it's $6 and $8. So it makes their economy look cheap. Because then think about it, in the DR, that's how theirs was. So you got to realize that China has the same economy value as the Dominican Republic, similar. But China produces
A lot more.
100%
Lot
more.
more.
Yeah.
We don't say 100% more than the DR. We'll give it 99%.
Well, the DR doesn't export anything.
So 100% more.
Mm-hmm.
And their economy is worth the same value. You think that's fair?
No. Well, I mean, hey, I don't personally think it's fair for a U.S. Well, anyway, that's political. I ain't gonna get all.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get into. We ain't gonna get political. Yeah, we gonna stop that. We gonna stop that. Leave it where it is.
Because I was gonna go out the end, boy.
Nah, we don't want to go off the end. We just go off the end, man.
Don't get me started, bro. I'm like, nah, I'm just leave it as it is. Okay. Success stories.
Success stories of the week. What's been going on with y'all?
Success story. For me, really was health for me. I was able to work out at least about 5 days this week. And I was able to train with my boy. He playing basketball. So I was, got to try to get him right. So I was able to train with him a couple of days this afternoon. Well,
hey man, don't throw your back out.
No, I'm not doing that again. Nah, man. The crazy part is he's able to talk junk because I can't really guard him like I want to.
Hey, you want me to come over there and get him? Yeah,
come get him. But basically, I'm just walking around, you know what I'm saying? But the biggest part of that is, I see the basketball stuff could kind of build kind of like a bond and get him to open up a little bit more and talk a little trash and kind of become a man. So I saw that little part. So that part was kind of a success to me.
That's cool.
Oh, that's really good. Positive, positive images.
Father son bond.
Yeah. Talk a little trash and whoop.
Yeah, all in fun. He get to say some stuff that he can't usually say to you.
There you go.
He had to call my shot trash and I don't get mad.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He can rough you up coming down the lane a little bit or think about that day you took your cookies.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
He took your cookies. I remember you took my cookies. I'm a dunk on you.
Yeah, that part. So it's gonna be a process, but I'm gonna keep that going. I'm gonna try to do that as much as I can.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
During the whole season, we kind of go.
Yeah,
got you.
That's my success story, man. Other than that, I was looking at my calendar and from last week, and it was kind of bland. That was really popping. So
you up?
Oh my God!
Hold on, Nicole. Hey, Nicole, how you doing? So
where you at, Mars?
Where you at?
You at Mars today?
Hey, hello. Can you understand?
Hey, first of all, I like the background.
I like the background too.
Coordinated with the shirt.
Got the A-Town shirt. Look at her.
One time for the A.
What's up? What's up? You jump right in. We need your energy with the success stories. We know you have some positivity. We know you went to church today, and
I did
all that good stuff. So go ahead and lay us spread it on kind of thick for us.
You must have saw my live, Stacey.
No, I didn't.
You didn't? Okay, yeah.
No, I didn't see it. But go ahead with it now.
I don't have a success story today.
Okay.
But one good thing is my line sister is heading to the DR this week. So I'm excited to hear everything, everything that's brewing up so I can.
Where is she heading?
She's heading to Punta Cana on Friday.
Cool.
Because she wants to, she's got to get with these people, these investors, and, she's just got to go over the paperwork and stuff like that. So I just kind of, I'm getting excited.
Tell her don't forget to talk to the little midget at the airport.
How long is she gonna stay?
She'll probably be back Monday. So we'll
Oh, okay.
probably get back.
Oh, she gone for a whole week. She doing good.
Yeah, so she'll be back on Monday. We both fly in the same time on next Monday. So I think I'm gonna take that time to see if we can meet. And then, I want to get her in here. She's been real tied up. So we had homecoming this weekend. So we are homecoming wasted. So, I don't drink, but we were homecoming wasted. But we
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your homecoming at?
Georgia State.
Georgia State.
Georgia State University.
Is that the Panthers?
Yep. Yes, I'm a proud Panther.
I'm trying to think. Oh, my wife went to Georgia Southern.
We go back and forth with the real GSU.
Oh, really?
Yes.
But you guys are downtown, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. So that's what I was telling you all. I think maybe 2
You got a
weeks
good
ago.
football team too, right?
Yeah, we've had a football team. I think we got a football team about maybe 12 years ago. So, we had homecoming in February. That, when I was a student. And so, this whole football team, the demographics at Georgia State has changed now. That is like a little that's like a little miniature HBCU now.
Oh,
yeah, it is.
It is.
And they lost. Their football team lost to Kennesaw State.
When we won our game
recently,
yesterday,
right? Was that this weekend?
But
Kennesaw beat y'all.
I'm gonna tell you some crazy stuff about what
son
Georgia
goes
State
to.
though.
Mm-hmm.
They don't rebuild the whole stadium over there to make Georgia State a powerhouse in football.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because
It
they
is.
actually a D1 school.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
play
it's
Alabama.
a D1 school.
We play Auburn, but I remember our
But they said that you guys should have won that game.
the Auburn game.
They were close. They were really
yeah.
close to winning.
Yeah, I'm proud of the team. 'Cause, we have a very good basketball team.
The cool Zoe had
Very
on
good
earlier.
basketball team. But
Right.
they really have stepped up they really stepped up the program.
No,
I used to be a
that's some
season
cool right
holder.
there.
But just life, I'm busy, so I can't I wasn't gonna get season tickets again, and I can't get to all the games. But I'm telling you, Georgia State has
We'll go to
whoever is investing for them, what they have, they're building a new arena on Capitol Avenue. They got a
I've
pub
seen it.
coming. They have lofts. I mean, that whole area where like that Summer Hill area, it is building. I mean, I'm
my business did some of the doors down there.
Really?
Yep, in the new
Stadium?
loft condos down there. Yeah.
Oh, across the street from the stadium?
Yeah, we did like 3 floors of them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just so much. It's the development in that area is really coming up. And I just really wish I would have, purchased one of those houses in Summer Hill a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when
Yeah.
they was selling houses for nothing, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000.
But it's like that. It's like that from there all the way over to the Grant Park area. Remember that place I showed you, Stace, when we drove back in there?
Oh yeah.
I said you never knew it was back there. It's called a Pratt Stacks area over in there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know where Prince Stacks is at?
I'm very, I'm from Atlanta. So I'm very, familiar. You know what I'm saying? Just with the city. You know what I'm saying? So
I know, but I know, but I ain't gonna tell y'all about that. You know what I mean? Mechanicsville is where you should have bought it. Mechanicsville is really all of that. You know what I mean? Like it's some real.
On Georgia State.
Yeah.
No, it's
Mechanicsville is really the area where Georgia State is, like where they build and everything. Yeah.
He's
all
right.
that is Mechanicsville. They don't took Mechanicsville and converted it. I mean, back in the day, some people couldn't go to Mechanicsville.
Yeah,
So-
I didn't really go over there, but so you have Mechanicsville, you have Pittsburgh, and you have Summer Hill. And so Summer Hill is where it's up and becoming because that's right there at Capitol Avenue. You're right there when you get off at 20. So if you all were to come from up 20 and you're coming up 20 west, when you get off at Capitol Avenue and make a left, I'm telling you, Georgia State, they're about to own a lot of stuff. They own so much stuff downtown. It is ridiculous.
And
Even when I went to
they
school
got the new arena that's coming across the street from the old Holiday Inn too.
So that's going to be that's going to be, I believe, the new arena. Like I graduated like 17 years ago in the old arena, which they're still using. But I'm for sure Georgia State will come up with something else. But I mean, the president, the new president, he's African American. So I just think that they're really trying. The development down there is off the wall, and I remember when those houses were so cheap over there.
Yep.
And even during the time I purchased my house, but when you're from Atlanta, I'm like, I'm not trying to live over there. Like that was not an area of choice for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
right. But now
it's still crime infested. It's crime infested everywhere. But I just wish I would have made a move like over there where you're looking at where they tore down all the projects and stuff. It's just a lot of people probably will come back into the city.
Oh,
You mean you wish you would have made a play?
I wish I would have made
a next play.
You're right, Sam. I didn't. I was out living my best life, so I wasn't even thinking like I'm thinking now. So I was saying too, like on my vision board this morning, I have something that says million dollar mindset, and then I put that on my vision board when I first started vision boards about 7 years ago. And so I was looking at each of my vision boards, even to the current one of 2021, and I have something on there about millionaire. And so I don't know why that word is so fixated in my mind, but I know something good is brewing. So I'm grateful that I joined the group almost a year ago, because I'm just saying that I'm in a different mind, a different headspace when it comes to my finances, and how I want to move how I want to move. I never really considered like trying to buy property, flip houses, that type of stuff. That was just never one of my goals. But now it's on my million dollar mindset.
What has gotten you to help you understand that goal, Nicole?
What's gotten to help me understand?
Well, break that. Yeah, you gotta.
I would just discipline, and just being disciplined, and and learning stuff that I didn't know about. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't, my money is still. I saw Sam our stock with all the alphabets. So, and I remember when you told us to get that, I jumped on board. I may not say nothing, when we're in the meeting, but I am listening. I have a notebook. I am taking notes. And, it was just something that I didn't do. Like I started at 18. I started investing at 18, but I just didn't get it. I was like, why am I putting my money here? Why am I doing this? And then I was, had one of those investments where I could pull out. So I just kept pulling out money because I was like, I want to do this, I want to do that, and not thinking long term. Like, oh, what they keep saying, I have all this money by 40, whatever. I ain't have all this money. Like, this is a pyramid. I don't believe all this stuff. So I would go back and forth. But I think Dave Ramsey said it best when he said, you're supposed to start at that particular age, but you do have a second chance. So you have a second time around. So I just think now at 42, this is my second time around. And this time I'm going to move and do exactly what I say that I'm going to do. I mean, I told you all I got that American Express. I already got them points.
What?
Oh.
I've got those points because what I did is I took my debit card, and my debit card is behind my American Express card. So I run that thing up. I just run. And then I may take $1,000 and just dump it in because I was going to spend that anyways.
Exactly.
I got to I started paying my Georgia Pirate bill. So I listen.
Yep.
So know that when I'm in these sessions with you all, I know that you all want you want us to speak sometime. But again, when something is new to you, it's fresh. The first thing that you have to do, you have to observe. You have to, this whole year was like an observation for me. And then now I'll start researching and doing other things. So I will be able to chime in with the group and be like, okay, well, I could, help with this segment or help with that segment. But when you're trying to learn, like this is like someone trying to learn how to read, or, you're doing something that you've never done before. And so I know that for me, whatever I put my hands on, I want to be successful at whatever I put my hands on. So I'm ready to put my hands on some stuff now. So,
okay.
Wow.
So the group has been so helpful for me. And, and I have a ton of friends I share the information, but you know what? You can share stuff with people all day. They have to be ready. Their mindset have to be there to go to the next level. I can say, get in next play. You can come in for 10 minutes and it's not what you're looking for. It's not what I look at friends page all the time and they're doing a lot of stuff that we're doing. I think if they would join in, they could probably enhance some of the things that they're doing and learn some stuff that they probably don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good job, Nicole. I'm proud of you. I think you've come a long way, and I hope to continue to see you grow. Hey, Sequester. But I just want to say, I'm so proud of you, and I promise you, I'm so proud of you.
Hey, Sequester, how you doing?
Hey, I'm amazing. I am doing great.
How was your week, Sequester?
How was my week? It was great. I got in the visa and then I got out. So I did get stuck. So, I did the bracket order and I had to call Trade Station to help me get out of that because I just could not figure my way out. So you have to cancel. So, you set an entry, a stop, and an exit. So you have to get out. You have to cancel the stop, cancel the exit, and then get out of the sale. I did not know that. And I'm here trying to get out for an hour. I'm like, what is going on? And finally, I was like, you know what? Let me just call them.
Hey, that's the perfect thing to do. Call them. That's what they done for.
So they had a good support system set up, right?
Right. First, when I first started the course, I didn't hear it wasn't great, but I think since the beginning of her course, which is probably about 2 years ago to now, it's better. So I just called them and they just helped me. She told me what to do, how to get out of the bracket order if you want to sell the shares.
Yeah. See, and I think that's the key to a good platform is that it's only as good as your support.
Right.
The support that you have. And that is one of the reasons I don't deal with some of the other smaller trading platforms because of the support. They aren't that good, and I would rather have somebody there when I don't know something, and I can call them. And actually, Stacy has taught me that by me just observing. He'll get on the phone and start calling. Hey, how to do this and how to set. And they're always there. I hear him talk about I think TD Ameritrade all the time. One of them that he always calls and they help him out. And I'm like, that is one of the key ingredients to doing something for us trading stocks successfully, as far as I'm concerned.
I agree.
I agree too. I agree. I think with I'm gonna say old girl is that she's probably an affiliate of Trade Station also.
She used to be, not anymore.
Oh, really? Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
She said now the fees that they charge, they don't charge them anymore.
Oh, really? I guess once you get familiar with it, and if you're comfortable with it, then
I used it. I actually had TD Ameritrade on because I had talked to Stacey already, but they don't use that, and so a lot of the things that they show is using Trade Station and the app, and the app is totally different from the web.
Trade Station's been around for a while though, right?
I don't know.
I recall Trade Station. I've heard they've been around for a minute.
Oh, okay. But yeah, they pretty good. You just have to learn the platform.
Okay.
Who's next?
Oh man, Sam. I guess it's me. Oh man, I guess it's my turn. How y'all doing? Hey, how y'all doing? Oh man, so this week, man, it's been for me, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did some great stuff this week. I actually shot a camera, man, probably from about a mile. I say 500 feet, but I think we had closer to a mile. And I think it's really interesting to shoot it because we got a job done for a lady that was really her gate. She's a little lonely lady, and she has a horse farm, and so we was able to get the, it's something we do all the time, but it was amazing to know that it would work at a residential place. It's easier to do in commercial because you get the chance to have a higher budget, and then we got a chance to get it done. Meditation and mental stuff has been going great this week. I'm really back on track with that. So my week has been really successful. I mean, this week we're gonna add another layer to the things to do before 8 o'clock in the morning. That's really what it's gonna call, and I'll probably bring it out the next play. Try to get some other people to join in so we can start getting up early in the morning and seeing what we can get done before 8 o'clock. Because that's usually when everybody else is getting up. We trying to see what we can do with the first 3 hours of the day, from 5 to 8, and see, kind of get things done. But that's a whole nother story. Um, Shoot, man, what else has been going on with me this week? Um,
Well, how productive have you been for those 3 hours from 5 to 8, as far as your production?
last week I hadn't really. It wasn't a focus on um being productive. It was the beginning of the process to get back to something that I used to do. So before you can be productive, you got to get into the habit. You know what I mean? And so,
Routine.
yeah, last week was the beginning of just getting back into the habit of getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning consistently, not 5:20, not 5:49. 4:59. You know what I'm saying? Get up every day at 4:59. Get up every day. You know what I'm saying? And actually get up and do so. You know what I mean? I was productive. I got a lot of stuff done, but it's the pre-corona thing. Like, get back. Before Corona hit, I was up at 5 o'clock in the morning, out the door, going to the gym, um, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And so, I kind of got lackadaisical. I kind of get up some days at 5:20, 5:30, and it's more about just being consistent. You know what I mean? And so that's why I say this week, okay, we add the level of productivity. You know what I mean? What can we get done and get that going back and going? Because a part of it is the generation of success. In order to be successful in trading and anything else, you got to develop that routine and that mind state to kind of be prepared to deal with that extra load that you're gonna put on besides your regular day. And I think that's something um everybody at Next Play out there in the world can actually relate to. How to, we got to, in order to change everything, you got to change your mindset first so you can change everything else. So that's been the biggest vision, and I'm gonna stay on that for a minute, man, and keep pushing it to everybody at Next Play, the people in the group, the people that aren't in the group, because I think that's one of the other problems. We got a lot of mental things going on in our world, and if you can't focus completely on your mental attitude about how to handle it, it's going to constantly be a burden. It's going to seem like it's overwhelming, and I think that's where a lot of people kind of get overwhelmed with their day because they're not utilizing the time. We all got the same 24 hours in a day. Some people get more done in theirs than others, and some people get overwhelmed because they only go to work for 8 hours and then come home and complain about the other six that they spend doing nothing, and then now they talking to so there's so many different reasons behind it, family and anything, but you can make time when it's time, and you got to focus on trying to fix the time in the 24-hour period. So that's been successful for me. We're gonna add another layer to it. I'll probably talk about it next week. My whole thing for the next couple of weeks is really gonna be mental stuff. I mean, just in order to be a trader, you got to have you got to be able to have mental mind control. In order for an investor, you got to have mental mind control. In order to be anything, a doctor, lawyer, teacher, even if you're a janitor cleaning out stuff, you know what I'm saying? You got to have mental mind control to be able to do it. And I think that's something everybody hears us talk about the money, but money is no good if you don't know how to handle it. You know,
Yeah.
so that's my success story for the week. Thank y'all. Next play.
Night play. All right, cool. All right, well, we're gonna get this. We're gonna get the party started as usual. And those are our success stories. Sam, did you do yours or no?
Yeah, I think I did mine already.
You did yours. Okay. All right. 10-4. All right. So everybody like, share, subscribe. Next play. You can do the rewatches either on Facebook, or you can check us out on YouTube. Like I said, like, subscribe, and share. We're here every Sunday.
Are we on Instagram too?
Yeah, we're on Instagram.
Yeah, we on Instagram.
Yeah, we're on the gram.
Make sure get them all.
Yeah, we on Instagram. We gonna bring Clubhouse to it in a minute too. You know what I mean? We gonna create our own Clubhouse room. It's gonna be out there. It's gonna be on podcast, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify soon too. We're just working on it.
Shout out to the new members who joined last week. You know.
Yeah. I shouted out to them. I saw them. Appreciate them.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Gregory, my cousin, is watching. I want to say hello. Thank you for coming. Whatnot.
All right. Coming on in. We got close to about 600 members of the Next Play group from since we started. So y'all saying something right. They like
Damn.
They like y'all. You know.
Hey, and that's the crazy part. We coming up on a year, and it was almost a year ago. We just decided to come in and share. So it's a lot of people that either they joined the group and heard once or twice, and they coming back constantly. One thing about Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, you never know who's listening. You never know who. You know what I'm saying? And like, even though they may not come on and say nothing, hey, I appreciate everybody for just doing it. Also, like and donate. You want to help support the next movements coming on to the Next Play group on PayPal.me Next Play group. Make sure y'all send it. If you want to help keep everything going, all the people that don't come all the time, just hey, $1.50. We take everything.
Yeah. Support does help. Helps us advertise, get more people. But our whole thing is to try to change the culture, man. Like Nicole was just saying. Frank was just saying mind shift, Nicole, me, Sam, it's helped all of us. So it's been great. So just continue to tune in. But right now we're gonna get the show started. We talk about the sectors every week, the NASDAQ, the Dow, and the S&P. Just kind of figure out where they're going. Let's kind of let us know where the market is going. And amazingly, the Dow gained 1.3. No, the NASDAQ. I'm sorry, gained 1.3%. to close at 15,000. The S&P gained 1.64% to gain it to we're at 4,500 with that. The Dow Jones gained 1% to stop at 35,677. And speaking of the Dow, at 35,677. And I was reading this book called The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. And in that book, they were talking about, the 1930s and 40s and so on and so forth. The stock market was around like 9,000 points, around 60, somewhere between the 60s and the 70s. It was like 9,000 points. Or maybe less than that. And now it's at 35,000. A lot of our family was, around then. If they could have the opportunity to invest just in the Dow Jones and do nothing else.
Wow.
It'd have been a different day. So I just thought about that. Anyway, financials are number one this week. Next is energy. Energy's doing pretty good still. Consumer staples is number 3. Real estate is number 4. Interesting. 5 is utilities. What you about to say, Sam?
Nothing. I just smiling.
Oh, okay. Utilities. Then you got healthcare, industrials, materials, information technology was next to the bottom, and then last is consumer discretionary. No, consumer discretionary. Then last is communication services. Sorry,
Nicole Tubner.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tubner, thank you. Let me take my hand down. So, okay, quick thing. So, Stacey, why did you make that? Why'd you make that face when for number 4 for real estate? So why?
Oh,
why do you think they're at 4?
Because this number 4, real estate was just about dead
last week.
Right, and we kind of toying with the market right now. Some prices are going down in certain areas. It's starting to settle up. It's going this way. Zillow lost like 10 points on their stock, and Zillow is no longer buying real estate.
Right. because I sent an email to the group I think a couple of days ago, maybe last week, because it's something that I subscribe to, and it was just talking about all the stuff that we've been talking about. I
Right.
forgot the guy's name. I think I wrote it down somewhere, but I sent it to the Next Play email.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they were
Good.
saying the same stuff with real estate and about supply and demand.
Yeah. But now in some areas it's still booming. But I know up north around the Rust Belt, around Indiana and Ohio, and Pittsburgh, they're seeing some decline. But in the southeast, our demand is still pretty decent.
Because that's my hold up for right now. Like I want to do the refi to get the money, but then as far as purchasing the property, I want to wait because I want to see.
Yeah.
I really feel like the market is gonna become a buyer's market. So I don't want to buy anything right now in a seller's market, but I think it's gonna become a buyer's market very soon. But while I can get this money out of here during a seller's market, I would rather take that money out, hold tight to that money, and
There you
then
go.
when it switches, then I'm ready. So if I could be able to do a move like I did 12 years ago in this house, that's what I want to do in another property. So I just wanted to know when you had that little smirk,
Yeah.
that little nonverbal cue. So I was like, let me raise my hand and ask.
You know what I mean? Let that. But now here's a good question. Say if you do cash out refi, right? And you are speculating, waiting for the market to decline, then the question would be, what are you going to do with that money in the meantime? Are you just going to hold it?
Or you're gonna put it to work?
Or you see, that's going to be the problem. Now what happens, you got something called a money problem, where you got money that's just sitting there and it's not doing anything. That's a big problem. A lot of people haven't experienced that. That's a big problem. You got money.
Because you can burn it faster.
You can't do anything with it. You got to be like, what can I put this to make it work? That's what hedge fund managers do. They got all this money and they got to make it work.
Yeah.
What you go do?
Yeah, you gotta have.
That's something I didn't think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think the biggest thing you got to realize is money makes no money sitting there.
Right.
So if you got it sitting there, it's not really beneficial to just sit there. That's why it's a problem. You have to invest it in something, or it won't make any money. You'll spend it before you actually do anything with it if it's just sitting there.
Well, I'm not gonna spend it. That's the goal. Not to spend it.
Well,
Have to
my
save the money.
suggestion would be to sit down, figure out, like Stacy was saying, figure out what you want to, just in case if you're not able to get a property or anything, the market doesn't turn as quickly as you want it to turn. Just think of some stuff you may want to put this money into before you even get the money. Then that way you won't be, caught, so to say, with your hand in the cookie jar. You'll be able to put that money to work for you before, all that other stuff comes about.
Well, here you go. Well, then the question would be suggestions. What suggestions do we have for someone who has a money problem like this? Where could they put their money where they could get access to it when they need it, and make a good return on it?
Well, here's one of my suggestions. I would buy stock in a bank.
In a bank.
Banks, I don't think they're going. Huh?
Bank.
I know Bank of America right now is doing really good, pretty good. When was it, like a week or so?
Be an advocate. Can I flip it? I want to be the one to flip it. So you buy stock in the bank, but then the market turns.
Okay.
It turns negative. So that means if she had 100,000, now 100,000 is now 80,000 because she invested in a stock.
Yeah. So what would your suggestion be? I just said, hey, the bank. I would invest in a bank or something like. Well, depending on how long, everything went, you could actually invest in S&P 500 and get your money. It's proven to grow 5-6% a year.
5%, yes, that's true. That's true. Well,
And I don't know too if I would need to just maybe just say if I said, okay, I'm gonna take $75,000. I don't know if I would say, okay, let me just put it in an IRA or something. Let me just put it in something instead of letting it sit in. I wouldn't want it to sit in my savings account because I wouldn't want to see the money. Because I don't want to touch the money. I just know I need to do what I want to do. But
Yeah.
I have two other things that I'm considering. Like I've been thinking about these vending machines, putting them in certain schools and stuff or businesses, and or I don't know where this laundromat idea came. People have to wash their clothes all the time.
It came from Sequester.
Sequester talked about a laundromat too.
No.
When
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we
Oh,
did.
you did.
Yeah, the guy from Score.
Score,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that was true. I said that. I forgot I even mentioned that.
Look at
No,
that.
you
It's a $1 million
Stacey
idea.
is gonna remember. Oh, I missed that.
You
You
were
didn't hear that? Yes, you was.
I must have been doing something on this other laptop. I was been doing
No,
That was
you
the
was in the
business
car.
that I
You was
told
in
now
the
I'm
car with
talking
your
on
mom.
myself.
you was listening because that was the business I told you that the week of I got out of the closing, the week of, and you was like, I'm so glad that you said that. And I told you I end up spending $530, but it was a lesson.
Right. I didn't
Yeah.
know you talked about. I know you talked about the mobile home, and they was like, "No, don't do that." And then I didn't hear the
that was before. That was like it's been a while though. It's been a
I
Yeah.
while.
didn't hear the laundromat because I was like, "Man, Joke has got to wash clothes all the time." I was like, "Oh, that's something I may need to consider."
Well,
I'm talking to him now. He gave me another idea to do a mini laundromat.
I mean,
Mini
well, how
laundromat.
would that look? I mean, what would?
Just a laundromat on a smaller scale.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, like a smaller one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can offer stuff in your laundromat. I mean, you can do fluff and fold where somebody comes in and, wash clothes by the weight. And
okay.
that's like a contracted job. So either they pay you or you work something out where they are there the entire time the laundromat is open. And that's just what they do. They open the laundromat, they do their own fluff and fold, and then there's a percentage comes back to you or however you work it out. Then I looked into another one where you can do, you can go to the businesses and get businesses like I'm saying hotels, but smaller scale spas,
Right.
stuff like that. If you want to do that,
Okay.
And you would just do their lunches.
yeah, you do their towels and stuff, and then you would have like a delivery service. They're not gonna bring their stuff to you, so it's easy. They would probably prefer you to go get it and then bring it and wash it and then take it back.
You know what's crazy? I got a friend that has a friend, and that's what she does. She started out washing like beauty shop towels, and now she's doing Airbnb. She's actually doing beauty shops. She's doing all kinds of small business towels, washing them and folding them for her. We'll probably wait till after I tell you another part of how she did it, if y'all thinking about it, because I wait till after we go off air later on, and I tell y'all some real gangster stuff real business gangster stuff that she did, and it made it simplify. It really simplified it. So I have to, you know what I mean. But she does that now, like, and she made a lot of money.
Oh yeah, the money is definitely there, and I think I missed the email last week where we were supposed to ask 2 questions, and I saw it the other day, and it was about why do we always talk about passive income, and I just think that it's just so important. And when I hear some of my friends, like even that's assistant principals and principals, that's like some of these people who have very good salaries, but they've gotten themselves in so much debt and they are working additional jobs. And Stacey, and when you said that to me, like you don't need to go work a part-time job. You know what I'm saying? You need to get you some passive income. And I was like, man, let me make the money that I got. Let me make this money I got work for me. So I mean, it's some people who are, we were just talking about that at brunch, how people just want to go buy these $300,000 and $400,000 homes for what? Who you trying to keep up with? Who you trying to compete with? Like I'm good with my little $56,000 house that's worth for something. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we don't have that type of some of us don't have that type of mindset because we're trying to keep up with the next and kind of not grateful for what we already have. So I'm like, I'm grateful for what I have, and now I'm out to make it work for me. And I think other generations in another Anglo-Saxon, they've made it work for them for so long. Now, what are we gonna do to make this generational wealth work for us? So that's kind of where my mindset is now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Nicole, you sound like you got some.
Look at her. She been with Next Play for 10 months and she's showing up.
What you been drinking today?
I just never say anything because again,
I love it.
you have to, at some point, that's what I was telling Franco when he was talking about the mindset and the mental state. I never shared with you all, but I was a school counselor for 12 years. And so I think he was very correct with that your mental state, it has to be there for you to be able to move in whatever you do, whether it's health, whether it's wealth, whether you're trying to build in your career finances. You have to be mentally stable to get to whatever you're trying to do. You can't think about it. Even with Anglo-Saxons, that's who they die by suicide the most because I don't invested all this money and now shoot, I ain't got no money. Like, where's all my money at? Instead of trying to figure out the next play or this and that, they dead. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't handle it. So I think that you have to have that mindset. You have to be mentally, you just got to be mentally prepared for whatever you do. And you said it best, Sam, and I was lipping it out while you were verbally saying it. It's a routine. So whatever you do, you have to have a routine. So as I came in 11 months ago, my thing was to sit back. I mean, I saw the group, I saw what was going on, and I was like, man, I ain't paying attention to that. My focus is somewhere else. But when I sat and came in a couple of sessions, and I was like, they trying to move, they trying to do some stuff. And then when you start seeing your portfolio move, and then I don't got away from stocks. I'm not even really worried about that. I'm gonna still continue to invest. But when I looked at how much money is sitting in this house where I sit, I was like, girl, like these people been doing this for years and we haven't been doing that. Our goal is pay the house off, do this and that. It's not, Nicole, take $75,000 out and try to move with that. You know what I'm saying? Right. And see what you got going next. It's been my thing. Well, let me get this BMW. Let me get this bag. Let me do this. Like I'm kind of at the point where I'm not worried about that. I've been there. I've done that. And so now when I turn 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, I want to be sitting at home somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
A lamp, windows, and doors. What you got?
Work for me,
Yeah. It seems like you have discovered, like me, when I come home, you know what I see? I see Clark Bank and Trust. And it looks like you just figured out when you go home, you got Tubner Bank and Trust.
Mm-hmm.
So you just figured out, okay, I got this bank and I don't need to go to the bank.
Right.
I can use this to propel myself forward. I am my own bank. You just figured out that you are your own bank.
Absolutely.
You just got to go through the steps to access the money.
Absolutely.
That's all.
Yeah,
that's it.
Absolutely. And you all just don't realize with you and Stacy with the whole credit card push, like you remember I was like, I'm not getting any more credit, but credit is the key. I mean, it's nobody cares about, oh, you got $5,000 sitting in your checking account. Nobody cares about that. Credit is the move. But again, it comes with the form of being disciplined. So if you go and pay $2,000 on this American Express card or this MasterCard or Visa card, are you going to be financially responsible to pay that money back? Or are you going to put yourself in more debt and go spend up $2,000 more? So I think once you gain like me, I had to gain an understanding of discipline. So when I say I spent $1,000, that means, Nicole, you're going to go right into the little Navy Federal account and you're going to take $1,000 out and you're going to pay these people. And then you're going to go back and you're going to run it back up. And so I think it was an eye opener for me when I opened my Delta miles. I was like, oh my God, where are these I already had a bunch of miles, but then all the other miles that came on, and I did it in a month.
Now all of a
And
sudden those
also
plane
trying to-
tickets aren't that high, are they?
No, and you remember I kept wanting to buy the tickets and get my medallion status that way, but I got my medallion status by swiping that card on everyday purchases that I do every single day. I just turn around and pay it at the end of the week. I just pay it off. So I just think if we, I did Dave Ramsey. I went through his class and, I did right, but I am watching my credit score. I promise you, Navy Federal just sent me an increase. They sent me a new card because I had to get a new card. But within that new card, it was a $4,000 increase. And
Wow.
that came from how I'm moving, how I'm manipulating that credit and how I'm running that credit card. And I think people have to realize, I'll hear people just saying, like, oh, I just, I ain't getting no credit. I'm going to just pay for this in cash. Like credit doesn't mean nothing. Credit means everything. And I think once our people understand that,
you're gonna use it anyway.
huh?
Yeah. Credit is safer to use anyway. I mean, you're using the money anyway. The same thing.
Right.
You might as well get a bigger bang for your buck. You got 30 days to leave that physical cash in your account and let it make money or whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the month, you still take that same money, pay those bills with. It's the same thing.
But you know what, Sam, it goes back to discipline. And I think for many years, when I told you all, I wasn't ashamed. My credit score had went, after I bought my house, my credit score went down to like a 500. And I wasn't embarrassed or anything. I was like, hell, I got my house. I got a good job, which most people have that mindset. And I'm like, I ain't got to get nothing else. I ain't never paying these student loans off. I don't know that. So I ain't never paying these student loans off. And I don't care. And what got me is in 2016, when I needed to get a loan and I had to ask a family member at 36 years old to co-sign for me. I mean, I was a homeowner, had a BMW, all this type of stuff, but my grown behind had to have someone to co-sign on a loan so I could go back to school and get another degree. And that did it for me. When I saw that 500 credit score, I got it together. But I just think that it gets to that where you say, like, people don't understand the discipline. So you may hear 30 days, you have to pay it off. If you're going to run it up, you got to turn around, like you said, Sam, and pay that stuff off because you have the money. And so you need to pay it off when you have it, not to wait 60 days later. And then here comes 90 days. And then now you don't have the money to pay for it. And you get yourself in trouble. And that's happened to me many years where I got myself in trouble because I thought, oh, I'm going to have the money. And then our district just decided to furlough us $8,000 from my salary. And at the time it is, do I pay the MasterCard bill or do I pay my Georgia Power? Do I pay this or do I pay my car bill? You know what I'm saying? So, you never know what type of situations people go in. But I think that once you become a little more disciplined and responsible, then your finances will look different.
Good deal. Well, it's funny that we're talking about credit and all that good stuff because that's what the whole Next Play Nugget is about. So I guess everything just kind of lined today on Next Play. But I'm going to talk about credit cards, but I'm going to talk about credit cards on the other side, and that's on the business side versus the personal side. Now, a lot of people don't know there's two different sides when you're getting credit cards. I'm gonna first go talk about like the benefits of having a business credit card. With a business credit card, one of the best things about a business credit card, if you set it up right, it does not show up on your personal credit report. So the utilization doesn't affect you. So you can run that business card all the way up to the max, and it won't affect your personal credit score.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah. Look at Nicole with that Gucci smile.
Hey, I can go get me a Louis now.
You can.
Go get me a beer.
And the reason why
within your business.
And because it happened to me. I was uneducated. I have a trucking business. I gave the driver my personal credit card. Said, hey, use this to get your fuel. And my credit score was a 800, whatever. And all of a sudden it started going down. I couldn't figure out why. I was paying my bill every month, but my utilization was too high. And I didn't know that, which, just propelled me into getting, starting business credit. After being in business over 18 years, never knew anything about business credit until about 3.5 years ago. Crazy, but no one ever told me. I didn't research it, and it is what it is, But that's one of the biggest things about having business credit. It doesn't affect your personal score. So the high utilization, you don't have to worry about it. Business credit cards give you a lot of better opportunity and more sign-up bonuses than the personal card. So you can get more points, more miles, more everything by using the business credit card versus than having the personal.
That's a question.
So what do you have to do?
You have to do what?
Get the business.
To get the business the card.
Okay. All right. So in order to get a business,
do that after. Are you gonna break the
whole?
Yeah, because we running out of time. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll close it up when I get there.
Yeah,
so I'm just gonna run through real quick. The business credit cards give you more opportunities to sign up with the bonus. You earn rewards from employee spending. So I got a card. Give a card to my employee. Every time he uses the card, I get the business gets the points. I can't say I get the point, but the business gets the point. Okay. Then with the business card, you can combine your reward points also. So if you got rewards on one card, rewards on another card, you can combine those points and, say if you wanted to fly to, New Mexico or wherever, boom, you combine them, get your free air travel. I personally started it's kind of like a hack, but I do like business lunches and things like that. So I personally would get Panera Bread. I would get Starbucks gift cards using my points, Chipotle. Okay. So if we're having a business lunch, I say, hey, where do you want to go? You want to go to Panera Bread? You want to go to Starbucks? You want to go to Chipotle? Because I already have the points, I already have the business cards. I mean, not business card, the gift card already on my phone. So basically, I'm taking you to lunch for free on the business, and I'm also getting the reward points from the restaurant back on the card. So, I'll get like a free latte or, a free Cinnabon or things like that. So it's kind of rotates in a circle, Another thing, like I got a trucking company, and so with the business card, you give him the business AMX. We may spend $1,500 on fuel in a week, or more. All those are points, and then you can gear the card up to what, like if it's trucking. Oh, I do maintenance. You tell American Express, I burn a lot of fuel. I do a lot of maintenance. I buy tires. I buy this. I buy that. So they'll gear that card up to where you get 3x points if you buy fuel, or you get 3x points if you buy tires. And so you could basically, with those points, you can live for free. In other words, you don't have to, even clothes. They got TJ Maxx, Marshalls. I'm a budget shopper. Stuff like that. But you can get your clothes for free because you got the points, and the points constantly come because you got a business that's always using it. Just like Nicole was saying, you're going to spend the money anyway. You might as well get paid for it. And then, like you said, you got to be disciplined. Turn around, pay it off. Turn around, pay it off. Turn around, and pay it off. So that's it for now. Real quick, to answer Sequesta's question about getting business credit. Number one, you got to have a business. Number two, it has to be structured right. Meaning, okay, the key to getting business credit is everything has to be aligned correctly. That means your business website, your business telephone, number, your business address. So it has to, your articles of corporation, your EIN number, your NACIS number, all that stuff has to be aligned right. So if, say for instance, if MasterCard calls your business or they look your business up and they see, okay, your business is located at your house, chances are you may get declined. But there's ways around that, you know.
Yeah.
You get a virtual address, you know, it may be downtown Atlanta, downtown Charleston, you know, but if
There's
it works,
ways.
I know how to do it. I've done it. I got business credit. None of that stuff is in my name. I got my truck. And the truck does not belong to me. It belongs to my business. They ran my EIN number. It was good. Boom. All business credit. And then for me, I got several businesses. So I just created credit for one business, the same way I did for the next business, the same way I did for the next business. So then you got all this business credit. Now you got leverage. You got points, you got leverage. There's ways you could turn those credit cards into cash. It's like an octopus. There's just a whole lot of different angles behind it. So, but you know, being a part of Next Play, you know, I got the information. Um, but last but not least, I'm not a financial advisor. This is for educational purposes only. Investing of any kind
I thought you was
involvement,
gonna forget.
consult a professional financial advisor or a professional fiduciary before you do any type of investing. That's Stacy. I'm out.
Yeah, what he said. Same thing.
Yeah.
Sammy Sam.
Now, just to touch on Stacy, the bit company credit, basically. I just recently I have 2 credit cards now with my business. So it's like I just got mine. I never really thought about getting it before. I have put my truck in my business name, and I never really thought about the credit card because I wasn't really thinking about it. But then I started thinking about all the points and all that, and I did apply for it. And like I said, there are ways of getting around it because once I took the company from my house and got it a physical address, everything, that's what was holding me up. It aligned everything up and I was good to go. One of the hacks, one of the ways is that you could go to UPS and get you a physical address there. And I just keep the box myself. I pay for the box yearly. And that way, when I apply for anything basically like that, it actually shows up as another physical address for the business, period. So just for some general information, just in case somebody might want to use that. That's one of the ways I got around that. Now on to the news. There is a company called Babylon Health. Babylon Health is a online health company that actually works with the hospitals, everything that shares your medical history, your medical health. It actually has come online as a SPAC, and they are presently, the ticker is BBLN. It's going for 1109. Babylon, this company is not a US company, but it is a UK company. So it should be secure. Remember, I said I stay away from companies that's overseas, but UK, United States, they're gonna be, reputable. They're gonna, stand behind their companies, basically, from my opinion. So this company, Babylon, basically what they're saying is that they're leading the charge in the new age healthcare facilities. What they're doing, they're diagnosing and sending out Medicaid. I mean, just about anything you could think about, they're gathering it online, and they're um they're like doctors. Everything is online. They don't see you, whatever. They just communicate with other computers that have your information and they diagnose it from there. But Seems like it's going to be a new way that they're going to do business as far as the medical field, whatnot, but they're leading the charge. And like I said, it's a SPAC company, so they wanted to get on the dial pretty quick, I guess, because they see something in it. And this is what they're doing. And it's called, the company is called Babylon. Stock ticker is BBLN. And last check, the stock was selling for 1104. You know, I'm not a fiduciary advisor. Hey, please consult a professional advisor. This is strictly for entertainment purposes, but look it up if you like. Moving on to my next story. Play Up Sports. This is basically online gambling. I know you guys have heard me talk about this online gambling before. This company is based out of Illinois, and what made this company interesting is that Play Up Sports has generated in 1 month $1 billion in bet. So, and that's not to say, all the other companies that aren't doing that well, but I just found that it stuck out. That it did in online betting, 1 billion. That's a lot.
That's a whole lot.
This is in Illinois now.
So is
And
the
for you
company
guys,
is the company is the company based in Illinois or
yeah, it's in Illinois.
that's amazing.
And for you guys to think that online betting isn't going to be a mainstream thing, all these states are basically going to come on board. If Illinois did 1 billion, come on, this company, Play Up Sports, is based out of the UK also, I'm thinking. But they're based here in the United States. They're looking at trying to go to other states. They're thinking that the United States is going to be the largest online betting institution in the world, period. So, and I wrote up a couple of them. Of course, you got DraftKings, you got Mgm Resorts. Now, Mgm Resorts basically is trading for 48. DraftKings is at 46. And was it Penn National? They're on online betting too, and they're $74 a share. Now, if Pin Up Sports is like lower than that, I think they were at 30. So it's coming. Just look for it. I don't know who's gonna take over Atlanta area and all that stuff, but a whole lot of, we're in what they call the Bible Belt over here. And, but they ain't gonna stop. That's coming. And more people are starting to bet, and they're actually bringing more women on board because the CEO over that is a female. So they're trying to bring more females over into the betting industry. They want to bet. It's mostly a male-dominated thing that they do, but they're trying to attract women because they understand that the women have a lot of money also to spend in it. But I just found it an interesting story, whatnot, for you guys. And that's it for me, Slam and Sam. So made it short and sweet since our time was getting short. So, hey, that's it. Take it away, Franco.
Oh man, I like that information about that betting because I was looking at that a couple of weeks ago because I think it's gonna be really big pretty soon. And I definitely might be looking into that with you, man. Oh man,
Yeah.
so we done had a great show tonight. Nicole showed out, Stacy showed out, Sam, you showed out. I mean, I don't know if I should go on the stage or not. I ain't really figured out yet. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, it's hard to come behind them tough three right there. I don't know
Hey
what
man,
to
come
say.
on, man. Come on with it. Let's
Hey
go.
man, but I really
Right.
because
Let's go.
we
Let's
running
go.
out of time because we got to get into the second session after session. But I'm coming to talk about Bitcoin, man. I think that's gonna be the thing on everybody's mind is Bitcoin, and I'm gonna show y'all something with what we doing with it today because everybody wondering what went on last week. You know what I mean? And I think that's one of the biggest things we need to talk about so the people that's here can actually see it. Y'all can see my screen on there because it's now it's for everybody in next play to see it. But what I want to show everybody, man, that's real understandable. I need you to be able to look at what's going on with Bitcoin is speculated from me from just looking at analysis. You got about 30 to 60 days to make money off Bitcoin. I'm not your financial advisor, nor am I your fiduciary. I'm just going to present the information for you real quick to really understand how to look at it because the way cryptocurrency moves. What you see on your screen right now, it's a graph. And this graph, if you look at it, it's always gonna go up, come back down, go up again, and this is the pattern of Bitcoin. You're gonna see a real drop off in the summer right here in May and July. I can't explain that. I'm not gonna try to explain that. I'm gonna show you how you can start to trade Bitcoin if you look at the charts and be able to use an understanding of how Bitcoin moves. And you'll see the chart right now. This is where we at. So it's one of the greatest things is to be able to look at it. But what's going to make this Bitcoin change now? Why you got this time frame is the fact that they had an ETF drop on it last week. This ETF is
Yep.
actually one of the greatest things that could have happened to Bitcoin because now people can buy with the safety of the stock market. You buying it as an ETF and you don't have to worry about trading the coin. So if everybody that was scared, this is what makes now the group even more popular and the thing with the stock market even more is because you can trade this as a stock now. And this is really big. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, a ETF, does that mean that this is a more green like crypto now or whatever?
Politically,
Meaning that you don't have to mine for it.
politically that ain't what it means. Figuratively, it's basically it's being accepted. That's the thing. Like none of it changes any of the. I think we was gonna talk about this. Is kind of why I brung this up because you can't listen to the news. You know what I'm saying? The news. That's kind of the part of why I'm talking about this. The news has been telling people all year, oh, it's a crypto mining problem, crypto mining problem, crypto mining problem. And in order for this ETF to be created, the banks had to go buy enough of the Bitcoin to be able to keep it stable. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
you can't market something as safe in the security exchange. It couldn't be on the exchange if it wasn't able to be safe. They had to have so much liquidity of it to be able. And if you go read about the ETF and how it was created and who's using it, they have to have so much liquidity to be able to create the ETF so that it's safe. Because think about it, ETF now is subject to the SEC rules. You see what I mean? The banks are subject to the SEC rules. The trading hedge fund companies and all these other people are subject to SEC rules on this particular ETF. Now I'm going to be looking at some other things to be able to see if some whales have bought it. But right now it's the first week. It did hit $1 billion this week. You know what I mean? I mean that's just what it is. It hit by the end of the week. It was $1 billion.
It was.
It was $1 billion. You know, in the first 3 days, it hit over 500 million. So in order for them to have that, to be able to secure that amount of money, they had to go secure that amount of crypto. You see what I mean? And that's why we got to start paying attention to Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin may not be the main thing, but cryptocurrency is becoming to be able to be used in regular everyday things. And so you really get a chance to see exactly what happened. It happened on October 19th, which is only like 2 days after we was on the show. We didn't really talk about this, you know what I mean? Because I'm not some stuff I'm not ready to explain or talk about because you know what I mean. I keep up with it and try to keep everything going. But as y'all can see again, here's another chart. The reason behind this, and y'all can go look up all these numbers, is because these are the peaks of Bitcoin. These are not how it traded on the days it was down or anything like that. These are the peaks of Bitcoin. If you look at it in January this year, it hit 40. It rolled all the way to about May, then it dropped again. And then you looked at it, it had a couple of months down from June to roughly, we'll say July, because August it shot up. And so you're looking at 2-3 months time frame. I put this together just to show this year. And so you also see that you got 2-3 months time frame to be able to trade it right now. But with the invention of this ETF, you got to remember none of those other times had anything sustainable to keep it up. So when you look at the trading from not just from what they're saying, because they got to keep it's gonna drop so they can keep accumulating and be able to make it grow bigger and bigger and bigger. But what the thing we're gonna look at is cryptocurrency is no matter what you hear on the news, this just kind of made it official that cryptocurrency is the next wave of the future. And I don't advise anybody to buy anything because I'm not your financial advisor. But I'm giving you the data so you can see it's not going. I don't. My forecast is it's never going to really go back down below 40 again. Just because the banks have gotten into it, and once that ETF hit $1 billion, so you got to have a percentage of the coins to be able to have the ETF because the ETF is carrying so many coins as a value added if somebody was to want to, if the ETF had to pay up. So the bank that is actually, or the company that is creating the ProShares that has actually done the work on actually getting the ETF actually approved, and it's called BITO. You can go in and actually you can buy it on the exchange in the morning. I don't have the price right now because I'm not going to advertise it. I'm just going to give you the information, but you can buy it as BITO. And it's the safe way to buy cryptocurrency. If you want to buy it without having to, because one of the biggest things, like we said, you don't have to worry about having a wallet. You don't have to worry about the storage. That's the main way cryptocurrency can be stolen, because you got to store it on a digital wallet, and if you store it on your computer, which is hot storage, they can hack into it. You want to use cold storage and cold storage is a device that doesn't stay connected or have any kind of connectivity to the internet without you giving that access. So that's what cold storage is. So a lot of, one day we'll get into a little bit more about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. But I thought that was interesting. So when you're hearing about this ETF, ProShare is going to take profit too now. So everybody takes profit. So the ETF may go down, the ETF may go up, but one of the biggest things, if nobody's really bought into Bitcoin and they don't know how to buy Bitcoin and you got a trading account, this is going to be the most simplest way to be able to purchase it without having to worry about all the other safety and security features that you would need to. But you don't own any of the Bitcoin. Got to say that you don't own any Bitcoin, so you can't utilize some of the things Bitcoin actually gives. But cryptocurrency is here to stay. I mean, the banks have bought in on it, the hedge funds have bought in on it, the SEC don't bought in on it. I say that people start trying to look into buying in on it. That's pretty much it. So I don't really have much to say. I think that's, like I said, man, it's hard to come after y'all, man. Y'all are a very wonderful and great cast of people. And, other than that, man, it's close to that 9 o'clock hour. What everybody, what, oh, I do want to bring up something real quick. Last week, we got a chance to talk about XPO and GXO. And I'm not trying to brag. Because I kind of messed up too. But XPO and GXO all ran up $5 last week.
Wow.
all of them ran up $5 last week. So when you go back and look at it, all of them ran up all of them ran up from 80 to 85, $86 last week. So I'm gonna suggest everybody go look at the charts, make your informed decision. I do want to bring one more piece of news about both of those companies. Alibaba just signed up with XPO to be their sole logistics coordinator and supplier. So XPO is, take a look at it. Y'all go and do your research on it. With everything with shipping going on, and it's going to be a thing for the next couple of months. You're going to be looking for a new logistics shipper to emerge because they XPO has a platform that they designed and built. Like I said, it's like Uber. It makes it simpler. It helps the drivers and everything else. So they are being more efficient with the supposedly, allegedly, they're more efficient with the way that they ship, and they're creating a lot of disruptancies. I can't say that word today. In the shipping industry because they're using technology to be able to be more efficient. So that's something y'all might want to check out, man. Look at XPO or GXO because both of them are trading at the same price and something good. Other than that, man, what's the plan for the week? What's the next play, man? Everybody, let's go.
Myself, crypto. I'm looking at Stellar Lumas. I'll probably purchase that and Clover. Those are two that I've been looking at closely, and I'll probably purchase those this week. Pick those up.
Hey, Mr.
I
Bank.
really like Stella's platform, what they're trying to do. And like Franco said, like crypto, like it has it solves an issue. So what they're trying to solve is basically the moving of money around. And I've been learning more and more about them. So I like what they're trying to do, and that's what I'm sold on basically. If they can get it accomplished, they're gonna be like, hey, everybody's gonna use them. They're working with your banks. They working with all the computers. And, the way they got this thing set up is like it blows your mind. So that's why I'm interested in it myself.
Can you put it in the chat, please?
What?
The two that you said. You said Clover?
Yeah, Stella and Clover. Yeah, I'll put it in there.
Okay, thank you.
Big play.
Yo, I'm gonna be looking at buying the same old boring companies.
Apple
every week. Apple, some Kroger, Bank of America. They're trying to get in on the cheap. If you can pull back, try to buy some. That's it.
Buy low, sell high, baby.
American Express. See if they drop. If the price drop, I'm on them. That's what I'm gonna be looking at. And going to be working the credit card hacks a little bit more. I'm gonna try. My play next week is trying to pay my insurance on my real estate, on my cars, my real estate, cars. There was something else. The car notes. I was gonna try to work a hack with that next week. I did call on one of my vehicles, and they said that they were going to charge me a $4 administrative fee if I paid by credit card, and I would have to call in order for them to do it.
It's a thing called plastic. So my homeboy told me about it. It's a company, because BMW won't let you use your credit card or whatever. But he was telling me it's a way around it. But again, you have to pay this company some type of small fee.
Right.
But they'll run. What was that? Is it a different company that you're using?
Well, it was I called the actual the bank, and they said it was like $4 at Alley Bank for my truck.
Okay.
I was gonna pay my truck payment by that because I pay it every month. I pay it. Another hack, paying your bills. Like if you got a mortgage or car
Mhm.
note, pay it twice a month, one
Mhm.
on the 15th, and then again at the end of the month. But so I would have to pay $8 a month.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying, just to make that payment. So I don't like that. So I have to
Yeah.
figure out a way around it.
Yeah, that's what he told me. He said it was just gonna be a catch where I was gonna have to pay. Again, it was gonna work, but it
Mhm.
was just gonna be a fee. And I was
Right.
like, do I need to do all that?
That's a lot. That's a lot. You really have to weigh it. You got to weigh it. See, okay, your car note. Say if it's $1,000, okay, I'm gonna get 1,000 points, but I got to spend $8. Then I got to spend. Say it's gonna take me 30 minutes to get it paid. Is it? Is it
Is
worth
it, is it in the end, is it worth it? Oh, I meant to share this with you all. This is
it?
crazy. I got an email from BMW, right? BMW Financial, and what they're trying to do.
We'd like to thank everybody for coming out and joining us at Next Play Investors. It's always Next Play Sunday, so we want to have a great time. We want to invite everybody to join the Facebook group Next Play Investors. Check us out on YouTube. You can also catch us on Instagram as well, where we actually have replays of the show. Different information being given out throughout the week. You can check us out on the WhatsApp chat and be able to kind of chat with the different people that are in the group that actually enjoy and share different messages and visions every day. Come and join the great live, because after the live session online, we automatically go into another session and actually be able to talk about some other personal things that we don't put out online. We definitely want to invite you and join you out. Definitely want to see you one day online with us, and we want to thank you for being able to be a part of Next Play. We definitely and want to tell you again, you can donate and help support the channel by going to paypal.me next play group. Whatever you want to give and be able to help, because as we grow and become bigger and bigger and we be able to give away more information and jewels and nuggets, we want to be able to get other people involved and be able to grow so that our community becoming more informed, more welcome, and more understanding of how to actually do things to help the generations to come behind. Again, we want to thank you again for coming out. Hope to see you again. Join the groups. Have a great time. And we definitely can't wait to see you the next time and try to figure out what the next play is. So, other than that, if y'all have a great time and have a great evening, um, see you next Sunday.